Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Stitching Colourist with Shelley Lewis. So today's video, I'm pre-filming this on, what day are we on? Tuesday the 27th of September. I'm sure it's the 27th today, but I'll be uploading it either tomorrow or Thursday. I was going to start filming this tomorrow, but the reason why I'm filming it today is because I'm waiting for a call from the vet tomorrow regarding some test results for my cat, which I'll go into detail a bit more in a minute. And then Thursday it's my mother-in-law's birthday and she's coming round, so obviously I didn't feel right filming on my mother-in-law's birthday. So I thought I'd pre-film today and I'd upload it later. So what we're going to do for today's video is we're going to do a stitch and chat, and what we're going to work on is this cross stitch kit that was sent to me for an unboxing and review. I did the unboxing video, which will be in my cross stitch collab and reviews, so if you do want to go and check that out, please feel free. What I can do is actually I can put the link to the video in the descriptions below. So this is the kit we're working on. It is a Joy Sunday kit and it is called the Flower of Happiness, and it is stitched on a 14 count Aida using 2 strands of thread, and it is a 17 by 17 centimeters. Now I have already started this cross stitch kit. It has been a pleasure. It is such a pleasure to work on this one. I don't very often work on small kits. Yeah, I'm always seem to be working on big ones, but with what's been going on the last couple of days, this has been a heaven sent working on this kit. Now if I zoom you in a little bit, I can show you what I've stitched. So I've been working, because this is a small design, I've actually, instead of doing sections, I've been able to just do a symbol, find that symbol and just stitch everything on there which has got that certain symbol because of it being small. So here you can see I've been working on the leaf. Down there I've been working on bits of the leaves. I've done bits of here on the flowers, and I've done little bits of there with the roses and the leaves. And today what we're working on is the leaf. Now I'm coming up to my last bit of thread, so what I shall do is when I'm at the end of this thread, when it's time for me to change over in a minute, I will pause the video so you don't have to just sit there and watch me changing the thread over. So I'm just working on the pink squares at the minute, which are here. I'm not sure if we have any more pink squares. I think we do. So I'm just going to, yeah, we do. We have a little bit down there. So I'm just going to do this one, and then I will change my thread over. Now I've finished that little bit there. We have got a bit of pink here, so I'm just going to put you on pause while I change the thread over, and I shall be back. So now I've changed my thread over because it's on a 14 count, which requires just 2 strands of thread. What I have actually done to change the thread is I've got a big long piece of thread here. I've took 1 strand off and I've folded that strand in half. If I show you here, there's where I've attached it, but here is where you've got the joining bit. So what I will do with that now is I just thread it through this pink one here, if I can find the hole. Sometimes it's a bit hard to talk and stitch at the same time, so I don't pull it through completely, obviously, because the thing will just come out. So just pull it through a little bit till we've got that. Then I turn over my kit here, find where the loop is there, thread my needle through the loop, and then pull the loop, and then it is attached. So we'll work. What we're going to do is we're just working the light pink squares here. So hope you're all keeping well. I'm doing well. I'm doing okay as can be. The beginning of the week, well, the weekend, I noticed my cat, he was a bit off. He'd been sick, and I thought, mate, it's just the one-off. It was the one-off for him just being sick. He hadn't been sick since. However, his bowel movement, we'll call it that, seemed to have gone quite loose. So I thought, I'm just going to see how he goes, see how he gets on. But then later he seemed to be struggling to go to the toilet to do a number 1 and a number 2. He wasn't going. And then Sunday I noticed he had not gone to the toilet all day. He kept going to the litter baskets, litter pots, so he obviously needed to go, but he wasn't actually using it. So I called the vet yesterday morning, explained my concerns to them, and they said he needed to go in more or less straight away that morning because of him not going to the toilet. So go drop my kids off at school, got the cat ready, took the cat to the vets. They checked him all over. Bless him, as she was poking and prodding, he was having little droplets of wee. She said that she couldn't as such feel anything, and she didn't think there was necessarily a blockage because he didn't seem in any discomfort or pain. She asked me if when he does go to the, sorry I can't see my stitch here. She asked me if when he does go to the litter tray, is he yowling or seem to be in pain when he's going, and I said no, he's just finding it difficult to go. So yeah, she said she didn't think there was any blockage, but she said it doesn't necessarily mean there couldn't be one he couldn't produce one. She also said one of the options they could do was to keep him in, because obviously with that on the Sunday he didn't seem to be eating or drinking much either. She said one of the options was she could think about keeping him in, putting him on the drip and that. However, she did say that at the time it might do him a bit more harm than good, and she gave him some medication because she said she wanted to see what the medication does so far to see if that helps him to go to the loo. So she gave me some drops to give. I have to put 1 drop, either give it him direct or put it on his food, 1 drop a day. She gave him some tablets as well, which he has to have 3 of them every 11 to 12 hours. And she gave me some suggestions on how to give him his tablets, either to stick it in some food or give it him direct. She said the last resort is to crush him up and put him in water. However, that's the last resort because they might not be so effective if we do that. And to see how it goes. Yesterday she said to try and get she said to see how it goes, see if he still goes to the toilet. See if he does actually go to the toilet, and if he still doesn't go to the toilet at all for a wee or a poo, then I was to take him straight back up today, and then they would keep him in and start looking into it a bit more. and she gave me this special cat kitty litter because she said if he does manage to go, to try and get a urine sample. However, when we get the urine sample, I needed to get it straight back to the vet within the hour. So I took him home, and all day I got my mother-in-law, bless her, she was on standby for school runs just in case he decided to go to the toilet in between the school runs, just so I could quickly get it up the vets, the sample. But however, by the time the school run came, he still hadn't been to the toilet for a wee or a number 2. So he'd gone all day. But then, because I rung the vet, because I says, well, what time do you close, and what is the last, because I wanted an idea of what the closing time was, how long I had before I wasn't able to obviously take it. And they said, well, ideally you need to get it here for like 5 o'clock, the sample, before 5. I was like, okay, and I really didn't think he'd go, because I thought he's not going to go by 5 o'clock. I'm not going to be able to get it up there. So I was really preparing to take him back up today, to be fair. However, got the kids back from school. I thought, right, I'm going to put his special litter in the tray ready, because I thought at least then if he does do a wee, I can quickly sample it and run. Hot foot it to the vets. Because it's about a 40-minute walk or grab a taxi. So I put his special litter in. Put his special litter in, got the sample ready. So I thought at least then, if everything's ready, I can quickly hot foot it to the vets and get the sample in before it was too late. So if you just bear with me, I'm coming up to the end of this one now, so I might have paused what I'm talking about for a minute while I get the next one. So I'm just going to thread this through. When you've come up to the end of a stitch, I always thread the needle through a couple of stitches at the back and pull it through. Stops it from coming undone, I think. I'm just going to snip that off. So I'll pop that there. And we are going to change the thread over. So bear with me a minute. I'm going to change this thread over, ready for the next stitches, and I'll be back with you. Sorry about that, guys. I had a bit of a problem trying to thread this in then. So where was I? Oh yeah. So I'm just working on... I'm struggling to see. I'm just working on these light blue bits here. Sorry if it does go blurry. And I'll zoom you out just a little bit. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, she said I've got the shut at 5 o'clock. So I got my kids back from school. We got back about 10 to 4. 4 o'clock I went upstairs to do something, and my husband shouted upstairs. He said, "The cat's done away." I was like, oh my god. So I quickly darted back downstairs. This was 4 o'clock, so bear in mind I only had an hour to get there. So 4 o'clock, I can't see where my stitch is. So 4 o'clock, I went downstairs. He said, "He's done away, but I've scattered the litter to soak it up." I was like, no. Like, we can't do that. We need to get the sample. I should have explained to him it was my fault. But anyway, I did manage to get the sample because the litter that we had in there was special litter where it doesn't absorb it. So I managed to get the sample. Quickly rung the taxi. Got there about 4:30. Managed to get the sample in. So got the sample in, and I decided to walk back from the vet's. Technically, the vet's, where it is, it's just around the corner from our house, just down the road. However, just down the road, the quick way to get there is on the country lanes. You've got no footpaths or anything. You've got nowhere to walk, so you'd literally have to walk in the road, and it, yeah, wouldn't be ideal. The only way that you can walk around there is you have to go around the industrial estate with all the car places and everything, and obviously that walk, because of it being longer, it takes about 40 minutes. So I had to walk that way on the way back, and by the time I got back, my legs were aching. I was tired because it had been a busy day, been back and forth, like going to the vets, sorting my little ones at school. But yeah, he finally did away, so I took the sampling, and he has done a couple of ways since then. He has been to the toilet a couple of times, and he managed to do a number 2. Wasn't normal, but wasn't bad either. He'd done a bit more than he has been doing. He's still only doing bits of wheeze. He's not doing a massive one, but he's still going. So this morning I rang the vet to see if they'd had his results from his urine sample yet. And the lady I spoke to, she said on the notes, it said the vet we saw yesterday, she was going to give me a call tomorrow regarding his results. So she couldn't see anything on the system with his results on. So whether they'd come back yet, I don't know. But she just said that the vet would call me tomorrow. Hence, that's the reason why I'm pre-filming today, because I need to keep my phone open for tomorrow. So yeah, he seems alright in himself. He's been having lots of love. I gave him his medication today. He's due for the next lot about 9:30 tonight. I have mixed it in with his food because I really don't think he'd gladly take. You know what it's like, guys, that's got animals. Trying to get him to take one tablet is difficult enough, but trying to get him to have 3, yeah. Oh, I couldn't even imagine, because I said to my husband, we could have probably have got 1 with a struggle, but then we'd have to get like 2 more down him, and it'd panic him then. I said we couldn't put them all in at once in case he just coughed and choked him up. So I thought the less painful solution for him, and the less stress-free solution, the more stress-free solution for him, was to mix it in with his food, because he's already he's got to feel stress not being able to go to the toilet, and I didn't want to add any more added stress on to him. So yeah, and when he had his food, he's had all the tablets, so he's taken them all, the whole 3. So yeah, so he's actually laid on the floor at the minute, right by the back of my chair, because you know what he's like. The last couple of videos, he's jumped on the table, hasn't he? Well, today I thought I'd bring my stitching downstairs to do the video, because I thought I didn't really feel like going upstairs, and I thought at least if I'm downstairs I'm sat with him. So he seems alright. Well, he'll take good care of him, so I feel like I'm his mummy nurse. So I'm nursing my cat at the minute, so any prayers for him will be greatly appreciated, because as you know, we 2 years ago, I think it was now, I can't believe it's been that long, we lost our beloved Pingu. I'm certainly not ready to lose another cat. Certainly not ready, especially Leo, because he's my boy. He loves his daddy and that as well, but he's my boy. He's my little tiger, my ginger tiger, I call him. And just been so really worried about him, very, very worried. And yesterday I was like, and obviously still wanting to carry on, but I was like, I've never wanted a cat to pee so much in my life. So when he did pee, I was like, oh, good boy, you're such a good boy. I was really a little bit over the top mumsy with him, but yeah. Right, so it comes with the whole territory of being a cat mummy and worrying. So we've got a couple of light blue stitches up here, but I think we're going to struggle a little bit to get these in because of the bar that's at the top. If I do it at an angle, but I'm not going to be able to do these ones here. So I'm just thinking whether to take this off the top while I get those stitches in. Alright. Oh dear me. Yeah. You don't want to come off, do you? You're going to be awkward, aren't you? I can't get it off. Oh. All I've done is just slid it under. I need to get the thing off because I need to put it on proper when it goes out. That's it. Oh crikey. That needs to be straightened out a little bit. So yeah, I might actually be able to do it now as long as I don't get the thread caught around the top bar. So yeah, this is a project I've been working on while things have been a bit up in the air, so to speak. I've done a little bit of colouring. Still done a bit of colouring. But this project has just been a pleasure to work on, as I said. It's been a pleasure. I think I'm going to still struggle to do that. I'm just wondering whether to take this off here. To take it off the frame. Hold on a minute. Yes, that works. It works taking it off the frame and just scrunching it in my hands. Because I can get it then. Because it's small enough. So, sorry, I'm not even holding that in camera, am I? So yeah, it actually feels small enough to just stitch freehand. Might try and do that for the rest of the stitches. But yeah, so that's the story of what's going on with the cat at the minute. I'm just praying that he's better soon. He's loving it because he got to have his dinner early today at like 10:20. I don't usually give it him till 11:30, but because I needed to give him because his 3 tablets were due at like 10 o'clock to 10:30, and I thought I'd put it in his food, which is his dinner food. He got to have his dinner a bit earlier. But his nighttime ones, because obviously we only give him biscuits, and it's not like you can put the tablets in biscuits because they just fish them out, don't they? So what I've done is his food for the next day, I've just taken a little bit out of it, put the tablets in there, put the rest in the fridge, gave him that, which is eaten overnight, and then the next day just gave him the rest of the food, so he's not overeating. Because obviously as well we're trying to keep his weight down, so I thought that's one way of doing it. We'll get there, bless him. We'll get there. He's my boy. He's my boy. Any of you with pets all understand what it's like with animals. We worry about them just like the kids, because they are our kids. They just because they've got fur on 4 legs, it don't mean any less that they aren't our kids. They are. Worry about them like they are. So I'm just going to do this one last stitch, and then we will have to leave it there because we're up to 25 minutes. So sorry if the camera's gone a bit blurry any time. And then when I've done that, I've done my jobs for today. My main thing is to just make sure Leo's alright. So that's how far we've worked on today. I only could done a couple of stitches, but including the changeover threads. So as you can see, this is coming along really well. I'm really impressed with this. I don't get a lot of Joy Sunday kits because of the backstitch. Backstitch just frightens me. I really, me and backstitch just do not mix. There is backstitch in this, however, I might be lazy and not do it. If it looks good, I might put a little bit in here and there, but then again I might not. But it's a lovely nice little kit, and there's still quite a lot going on there to stitch. It's nice to just quickly get out if you've got like just half an hour, because that's what it's been like for me the last couple of days. I've just had half an hour in there, and it's just easy to get out and just put a couple of stitches in. You don't have to do it in sections, like I said, because it's small enough to just pick out a symbol and just stitch everything with that symbol on. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I would like to say thank you so much again to to One Day Saving for sending me this kit for an unboxing and review. I'm very happy with it. What I will do is, sorry about the lighting guys, it's because it's shiny outside. What I'll do is I'll leave a link in the descriptions below to One Day Saving. I'll also leave a link to this kit in the descriptions below, and I'll also leave the link to the video of unboxing this kit, and I'll also leave the link, try zooming out shell, I'll also leave the link to the 5% discount in case you want to go and check it out. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I've enjoyed it. It's been nice having someone to talk about things, and I will let you know in future video how Leo gets on. I will carry on letting you know how he gets on and everything, even if it's just in a note section in YouTube or in a video. I'll let you know how he is. Keep you updated. Anyway guys, I'm going to get going now. If you've enjoyed the video, please feel free to give the video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please feel free to press that subscribe button. I would love to have you here. And don't forget the notifications button so you'll be notified of when I bring a video out. Thank you all to viewers, subscribers, every single one of you. And I shall see you again soon. So goodbye for now guys. Bye.